Okay, so by now I think you should be getting a good feel for Axel and all the different missions and challenges he needs to complete. I'd like to congratulate you on your progress so far, and I know you just want to rush ahead, so just do it. See how far you can go ahead, but if you run into problems, come back to this video. The goal of this lesson is to be able to discuss and understand how a loop can be powered by tracking a count. So every time the loop goes around, it's counting the number of times it's running through the program. The counting loop repeats an instruction a fixed number of times. But let's take a quick look at what we learned in our last lesson. In our last lesson, we talked about input data that comes in three ways. When we look at data, we are looking at information. It comes in the form of dropdowns, which are limited and discrete, like left or right, up or down. And we have fields where we have different ranges. So if we're talking about degrees, we can have a different range of degrees. And then we have different types of blocks which are flexible, they can be typed, and they're variable in nature. So we looked at drop-down menus, we looked at drop-down menus, we looked at fields, and we looked at block inputs. A counting loop is a loop which counts from one number to another in steps. Step 1, step 2. These counted numbers can be used as inputs in other blocks. Before we continue, I'd like to encourage you to listen to this section of the video 3, 4, maybe even 5 times. I personally have been over this many times before, trying to find the best way to convey the concept. In computer science, a loop counter is a variable that can control how many repetitions the loop will do. I is just a label we put on the box to hold the counting number. When we call for I, we are asking the program what is in the box. The number in the box will change. You see, over here we've got I, and that's equal to 1. Now it's going to move forward by 1 meter on the first loop. On the second loop, it will be 1 plus 1. That means 2. So it will move 2 steps, and then 3 steps, and so on. Okay, so now the number in the box is labeled I gets 1 added to it and is equal to 2. The loop checks if I is greater than 3. If it is, the loop ends. If it's not, the loop carries on. The loop keeps track of the new values in the labeled box I. Okay, so let's take a look at worksheet 3. Over here we can see that we've got a loop, and the parameters are to count from 1 to 5 by 1. Remember, the loop repeats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it says here, circle the move and turn blocks that will let the robot collect all of the batteries. Okay, so the first thing, if he moves forward, it's unlikely that he'll be turning left. We'd want him to turn right. So we wouldn't use this block over here, and move count doesn't seem to make sense. But moving 1 step forward does seem to make sense. And after he's moved forward, he's going to turn right. He moves 1 step the first time. The second time he moves, he's going to move 2 steps. And then he's going to move 3 steps, 4 steps, and 5 steps. Okay, so those are the move blocks we're going to use. And okay, so now he moves forward 1 step, then he moves forward 2 steps, then he moves forward 3 steps, 4 steps, and so on. Okay, so here we've got a different problem to solve. Fill in the required turn and move commands. Remember, the robot can turn left or right and move a set number of counts. So he's going to turn left, move 1 step, turn right, move 1 step. The second time, he's going to be moving 2 steps. So let's see how that looks. Turn left, turn 1 step, move 1 step, turn right, move 1 step, turn left, move 2 steps. Turn right, move 2 steps. Okay, let's take a quick review. Set I is equal to 1. This is the counting number in the block here. It says move forward by I meters. I is equal to 1 on the first loop. I is equal to 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2 on the second loop. And then 2 plus 1 equals 3. And the maximum is number 3. So move forward I meters, add 1 to I. If I is more than 3 in the loop, go back to I in the program. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Now I'd like you to go in and go try it yourself. Try think about this logic. Come back to this video after you've been practicing and see if you can solve the problems. Go for it. Okay, so let's look at the final challenge. The astronauts will be fed for months with the amount of work you've done. Using counting loops, program Axel to harvest all the potatoes and bring them to the truck bot. Here you'll have to use 2 loops, one after the other, to be able to finish the job. So let's look at what Axel has to do here. He has to turn left, move 2 blocks, 2 meters, turn left, move 1, 2, 3, 4 meters, turn left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meters. This is the route he's going to be following. Okay? And so we're going to have, if you can see the pattern here, there are going to be 2 loops. They've already told us this. The first one will take us 2, 4, 6. Then he has to turn right. 2, turn right. 2, 4, turn right. And 6 to complete the job. So let's reduce that and get on with the programming where we know we're going to be using a loop. And we know he's got to turn left first. So we'll take the turn program block. He's going to turn left. And the first movement that he's going to make is move 2. So we'll go to the math block and we'll pop in 2 over here. Okay, and the last loop over here is going to be 6 across here. So we duplicate this input block and change that to 6. And each time, how much is he increasing by? Over here he had to move 2, and then over here he had to move 4. So he's moving by 2. And we need to put in a movement block here, the move forward block. And of course we're using the variable, which is found down here. And we take the variable, we put it inside there. And let's see if that works up to this point over here. Turns left, 1, 2, turns left, 1, 2, 3, 4, turns left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's just have another look at the screen here. So here you had to go 2, 4, 6. Over here it's going to be 2, 4, 6. But over here he turns right. And over here he turns right. So let's go on and do the programming. We can now duplicate this because we're using the same program blocks. But the one thing that changed was the direction. Turn right. Let's see if this works. Let's enlarge the screen. Press play. Turns left, 1, 2, turns left, 1, 2, 3, 4, turns left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, turns right, 1, 2, turns right, 1, 2, 3, 4, turns right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mission complete. Well done, Axel. I'm proud of you. All right, so if you've had trouble understanding this, go back to the video and watch it again, because the explanation is there. Hope you're enjoying yourself. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. I trust you have learned something new. In the next video, we will be reviewing sequences, inputs, and loops, and consolidating what we have learned already. If you have not registered yet, ask your parents to message me on ThinkSteam 230-593-46944, and I'll send them a registration link. When you're going through these videos, don't forget you can pause them and go try things out and come back to the video and replay the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and TikTok. So until next time, remember, find your passion, find your purpose, think STEAM. We're waiting for you.